It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: President Muhammadu Buhari pardons 102 Biafran soldiers to pay gratuities. It was said that President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered the payment of gratuities to 102 pardoned ex-Biafran soldiers. This was revealed by Nigeria's Minister of Defense, Major General Bashiru Magashi, retired, on a Friday, where the Major General retired Magashi disclosed that the soldiers have been captured for payment of gratuity and other emoluments by the Military Pensions Board. While speaking at the 2021 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration in Abuja, the Defense Minister actually says that it will interest Nigerians to know that the Military Pensions Board has concluded the documentation of the ex-Biafran service personnel totaling 102 Biafran soldiers who were pardoned by Mr. President. We remember that the Biafran War ended about 51 years ago, and many of those involved are no longer alive, as the war was, by through history, one of the most deadliest war in the history of Nigeria. And most of the Biafran soldiers lost their lives, and the very few that are still alive with genuine complaints came forward to claim their rights and ask for consideration. And this was what actually prompted the pardon of 102 Biafran soldiers who are now eligible for the payment of gratuity amidst other emoluments. The Defense Minister Magashi also said that payment of pension and gratuities to retired military personnel had been prompt and regular, adding that ministry, in conjunction with the Military Pensions Board, conducts regular verification exercises for military pensioners so as to streamline and check leakages in the system if there is actually any. And these were the documentation or sayings of what President Muhammadu Buhari had just done by pardoning them. And it will interest the generation to know that despite the unpleasant 30-month civil war that led to the loss of many lives and invaluable properties, the Nigerian government have not actually forgotten the people that fought against them totally. Just referring to what President Muhammadu Buhari, who was a military officer during the Biafran War, has done so much for the ex-Biafran soldiers who were dominated by the Nigerian army during the war, saying that in the spirit of unity and oneness, President Muhammadu Buhari via his act has proven to these Biafran soldiers that the country have no grudges against them and that they are now part and parcel of a united Nigerians. And this, like I said earlier on, are the reasons why the writer is of this opinion, saying that he granted them presidential pardon, where President Muhammadu Buhari had earlier utilized the power vested in him as the president to grant about 102 ex-Biafran soldiers presidential pardon. And this is noteworthy that if Buhari had not granted them amnesty, they should still have been facing consequences of fighting the country during the civil war. And these Biafran soldiers, who were part of the forces under the administration of late Colonel Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, the leader of the then Republic of Biafra from 1967 to 1970, and also saying that having a clear conscience, he has also decided to pay them gratuity and other emoluments. However, just one analyst who came back of recent has said that the reasons why the Biafran are actually fighting and does not believe the Buhari government was actually justified. Mba, who is saying that when he came to Southeast in 2018, that what he meant was actually a strange life, due to the fact that there were a lot of people putting on, there were a lot of people that were listening to the voice of Mazen Abdekanu, and he got to know that, particularly himself, that is Mba, that he never supported the Biafran agitation for once, but mainly because he hasn't believed that the Biafran nation would actually solve the economic and political problems that Nigeria was facing. So his first response to the situation was to discourage that anyone who listens to Mazen Abdekanu, saying that those people that are listening to him are actually causing more economic and political problems for the country. He says that but very few people listened to him while he was talking about all this, and at first he thought that it was the call for Biafra independence and the stigma associated with the poor that was causing their refusal to believe him against what is against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Caleb says that it was soon that he now learned that even the richest and the best educated people in the region are in support of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He says that the big question thereof is what bothered him was that why does these people believe so much in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and why was it even so easy for the Buhari-led government to convince the Southeast of its discriminatory view, saying that this made him to try as much as possible to find out the rationale behind all this, and at the end of the day, he was able to find out that the federal government, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, had by themselves provided evidence to support Kanu's view of the need for a separation from Nigeria, giving the people of Igbos reason to believe in his agitation. Caleb says that while Kanu told the world about the agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari and how the government has continued to marginalize the Southeast, especially giving Northerners more posts, appointments at the top level and top position of the country, saying that it has become known that whenever a president of the Southeastern government retires or is dismissed, the president will replace him with a Northerner, saying that most of those people that are at top ranks of the country are people from the north. And then while Kanu speaks of Buhari hatred of the south, the president hastily suppressed the Ipob, but allowed Fulani elders who killed and burned the farms and homes of thousands of Nigerians to continue with their operations. So for every single act of the Biafra or the Igbos, agitating, the president always show, reaction. He always react to it via the security agencies and the likes. But whenever it is the Fulani headsmen and people that are killing the people of the nation, the president seems to give it lesser attention, saying that President Muhammadu Buhari publicly criticized the indigenous people of Biafra for their peaceful protests, but ignored the work of the Fulani herdsmen and advised Nigerians to become the protectors of their brothers, saying that this actually made him start to have a change of mind, that truly it seems that President Muhammadu Buhari is the one that has issues with ensuring that the country is safe from a breakup agitation by this variety of people.
Thanks for listening.